I'm Chris Hamrick. I'm the department commander for the Department of Florida.
And we're here at Post 303 in Bonita Springs on Veterans Day. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to be, out celebrating Veterans Day with different posts in the area?
Well, I don't really celebrate, so to speak, because it's more of a somber thing, not as much as Memorial Day is. But what it means to be a veteran is more of a serious matter for me. I like the camaraderie, so in a sense I do celebrate. But Veterans Day to me is more about the camaraderie of the veterans. It's almost like why the American Legion was formed to begin with, to have that camaraderie when they come home, things like that, and then it just build into it from there. But to me, it's about what it means to be a veteran, to have an honorable discharge of serve my country, in whatever capacity. And so to get out among my brothers and sisters, it's number 4 on our preamble. Preserve the memories and incidents of our association in all wars. So I take it a little more serious than just a day with a beer. It's all about the brother and sisterhood for me.
Obviously you spend some time with your comrades in the Legion, but why is it important for a post like Post 303 and other posts that get out in the community and participate in Veterans Day ceremonies? Why is it important for them to be out in the community and kind of share what Veterans Day is about?
Well, it's important for the community. There's so many things that the American Legion itself does. There's things that people, even within the Legion, don't realize that what they benefit from a VA check that people depend on. A lot of these people don't even realize that the American Legion is why the VA is what it is today. GI Bill, everything else, things that we take for granted every day. But for the Legion to be out there in the community, helping the kids, being in the youth programs, the scholarship things, everything that we do to try to help our community, state, and nation. You got to remember, we're the only veterans organization I can think of that don't have veteran in our name, but yet we're still the largest. And so we have to get there and let people know who we are, what we do, and we're more than just 4 walls with a canteen. A lot of these people spend their own lives, their own fortune, doing what we do for just the love of continuing to serve.
Now, kind of changing topics, sort of. Here at Post 303, of course, it took some heavy damage from hurricane.
Yeah.
Just seeing it back up and maybe even better than before. Can you just reflect on that?
I can reflect on when I first came in here. Within less than a week after the storm, there were dead fish in the windowsills. 8 feet of water was in this building, and it stunk to high heaven from the rotten salt water and seaweed and all the muck. They were mucking the place out. There was mold already growing. It wasn't even safe, really, respiratory-wise, to come in. To come in here and look at this now, just a little over 2 years later, is phenomenal what they've done. I mean, they've done a couple modifications to it, but it's bigger, better, stronger, and it just goes to show that how the different posts have helped each other. There's like 4 or 5 posts in just this district that took the same amount of damage, and they all lifted each other up. The whole district lifted, and the department lifted these posts up, and these districts like we're doing after Post Milton. What we've accomplished has taken 2 years, but it's one of the auxiliary ladies in there called the Phoenix rising from the ashes, and that's exactly what this district did. Because a good third of this district was completely wiped out, and for the members to believe in their posts and each other so much that their membership didn't really get affected too much. They had the first shock effect, but they just jamming right along without a post home to meet in, and but because they believe in what they do, this is really this here is a very happy story to see what Post 303 is doing, and I'm proud to have been part of it back then, and I'm glad to see it, as a success story of what we can overcome, no matter what the odds.
And just kind of reflecting on that, even bigger picture. Of course, Florida itself has had a lot of hurricanes over the last few years, but we've seen other areas of the southeast and the country as a whole get hit with these natural disasters. And Florida is one that you help each other out, but you're immediately helping out Tennessee and North Carolina and stuff. Can you just talk about like the Legion family and what that means to do that.
It means everything to be able to help our brothers and sisters in Alabama, Iowa, things like that. After the floods, Florida was raising money for the Iowa floods. You know, when I first began my year this year, Iowa had them floods. We heard about it. We had posts already helping them. That's just how we roll in Florida. You know, to be perfectly honest, you know, we help ourselves, but we're always helping others too. If we're not needing a particular type of help, we'll divert them somewhere else. I remember when we was coordinating from after Milton, post Milton, within a couple days, had everybody wanting to bring supplies in, and we had supplies moving within 48 hours of landfall. We had supplies being dropped somewhere just through our Legion team throughout the state, and Alabama jumped on a Zoom call with us, and really everything we had at the time, you know, we diverted them to North Carolina because, you know, we had what we needed covered, what they were willing to offer and stuff. We had that covered, and we just had this open relationship with all these different departments: New Jersey, North Carolina, Georgia. You know, I think Missouri sent something to University of Mass. So they've all been jumping. What do we need? We had Oklahoma send the whole team down. You know, with a skid steer, because they're used to tornadoes and stuff. So they had all that equipment. A team came down, was working throughout the state. And you know, just a great working relationship. It means everything to see what we do for each other. All right, that's number 10 in our preamble: to consecrate and sanctify our comradeship by our devotion to mutual helpfulness. You know, we're living off those 10 sentences of our preamble because that's our mission statement.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Commander?
No, I appreciate you guys coming down. I appreciate National Commander LaCourcier coming in. I had a great, honored, great time showing him around and stuff. That's a guy that cares. It really meant a lot to these posts that he took the time out of what we know is a busy schedule. And, you know, I think I made a great friend in him. And so, go Legion, rock on.